All right, ladies and gentlemen, apologize for the technical difficulties, but we are back with the SESRA All Star Race. We are in stage two, lap 6 of 35. Right now, Eddie Morris is the leader. Cameron Austin, Joseph Wright, Chris Wheeler, and Josh Hall round out the top five. Dylan, you with me?
Yeah, I've got you loud and clear. And it's been an interesting first couple laps here in stage two. As a reminder, everyone is required to make one green flag pit stop in this 35 lap stage two. And I believe everybody has already done so. It seems that the clear preferred strategy for all the drivers was to make that green flag pit stop as quickly as possible. No tires were taken, no fuel was taken. It was a quick stop and go to fulfill the pit obligation, and everybody has cycled through. And at the conclusion of these pit stops, we see Eddie Morris and Cameron Austin with a sizable lead over the rest of the field here. Clearly, they were able to make the pit stop work to their advantage, as they've got about a 1.5 second lead over third place Chris Wheeler.
Yeah, and we were in Discord with a couple of the drivers before the race, and that was really the strategy that most of them were discussing was how would they use that green flag pit stop in the second stage, and most importantly, having to do it together or in teams or tandemly so that they could maintain draft speed coming out. And to your
So what
point,
the
oops, sorry, Dylan. I was going to say to your point, it looks to have helped out Eddie and Cameron Austin right now as they are out to a pretty sizable lead.
Yeah, and remember, whereas stage one was a little bit of a warm up, a little bit of a chance to get their feet wet with these cars, stage two really matters. The top 10 advance to the final stage, and the rest of the field, it's the end of their night. So these guys are. It's only lap 9 of 35 right now, but at some point these guys are going to really be pushing to get themselves in position. You see here with this shot of a kind of a pan out of the field that there's a lot of cars in contention for that third spot. But right now, Eddie and Cameron still have really sailed away to almost a half straightaway advantage here.
Yeah, definitely separated themselves out, and don't think we'll need to pit obviously for any sort of gas. So as long as those two stay together, it doesn't look like the other rest of the field will catch them. And to your point, the race starts to come back to third, fourth, and the rest of the top 10.
It does look like Will Witt, who won our first stage, took the pole for stage two, is in 16th, one lap down. Logan Hagerman and Brian Canuti also one lap down. And those guys waited to pit till about the third or fourth lap of the stage, whereas most everybody else pitted at the end of lap one. And for whatever reason, that seems to have really hurt them as they've fallen to one lap down. And they're going to need a caution to get this track position back.
Yeah, strategy all over the place for these competitors. Caution is definitely not off the board, as we've kind of talked about. We had seen, even though there were no cautions in the first stage, there were quite a few drivers that got into wrecks and had to go to the pits. So we'll see how that develops here in stage two.
Yeah, and I think that right now people aren't being too aggressive, but still with 25 laps to go, there's plenty of time for that. And if I had to predict, I suspect that we're going to see some incidents as we progress deeper into this stage. But for now, it looks like Eddie Morris and Cameron Austin are going to maintain a pretty decent advantage here on lap 12.
Apologize for the technical difficulties again here. Let's see if we can get this straightened out.